To the Ojibway, and especially to the older people, rice is an important part of our life.
The old people used to tell us to pick rice in the morning for a little while.
The older people used to tell the young ones to go out in the morning of the first day and pick enough rice for one cooking.
Break it,
We used to do that.
roast it, dance on it,
Break it, roast it,
and cook it.
dance on it, and cook it.
Get the nose color, clears, and they give 'em
And then
some
we'd get an
tobacco
elder to say our prayers,
smoke,
and we'd give him some tobacco to smoke.
and then we sat all around
We'd all sit around in a circle and wish for God to take care of his people
talking about God.
when they're out picking rice,
to-
and ask
for
that we could all be sitting there
rice,
again when rice
digging in the
comes
water.
the next year.
And we wish for the God to look them people good when they're picking rice. And next year again, to see all of them was around sitting there, and when you come up that race again.
You're not going to have any rice if there's high water. If you get flooded, it won't grow. Now this summer, we didn't get a lot, but it's real nice. The rice that did come out, nothing bothered it, and it's real good. A good man bends that rice right in there. He bends it right in the canoe till it's almost inside. Then he pounds it. You gotta really bend it, but you can't miss when you hit it. Then you gotta get to the other side and grab another bunch. That's where the canoe is moving so slowly. It makes it better to pick rice. If you move too fast, you can't catch it with those short sticks, and you have to knock it right down in the canoe. Good rice really depends on the weather. You need a good rain, and some cloud, and enough sun. The old people of a long time ago, they were always very careful not to make fun of the weather or the rice. Because if you do, something bad is going to happen to that rice. And then it won't grow.
Well, he's sometimes spoil it. You see, when you grow up that rice, when they come up the water, when they come up, maybe it'll be about that high off of the water. If it drops 6 inches, now it wouldn't grow any longer. It'll be short rice. Short, real short, because right here it gets dry. That's why you don't grow. It's got to be under the water, this stuff over here.
You can see if the rice won't be any good. If the water level drops 6 inches, it won't grow. It'll be short rice. Long rice, a man can bend into the canoe. If the water level is steady, the rice will grow.
You'll have good rice. You'll grow up too. You'll be big rice too. Good eating. Good eating everything. These sticks, let's say you use picking rice. This is cedar very light. It is nice and smoother. If you use small one, flat, or scoop like, you'll break your rice. That's why we don't use flat ones or small ones. They got to be big like this. They're good. This red size these you use. You don't break your rice when you reach your rice and you hit it like that on each side. Rice fall down right in the canoe. You can keep these too. Never get rotten. These sticks. That's cedar. Never wear out. Real good. That's how you use these sticks. This one we use it after you dance on that rice. And this birch bark plate. And you use it take that dust out. You do like that, all that dust go out, just nothing but rice in here. If you finish that rice. You put it away, you dump it in the box, or one of them birch bark boxes used to be made a long time ago. But we use cardboard boxes now. That's off the grass with bark. You peel it. You peel it like a string, like, you peel it that bark. Strong. It lasts quite a while. And you sew the taxes. You used to use the bones making holes in it, Oh, maybe about that size, that bone. Sharp. You sharpen it on a rock. I seen them kind there. And they make a hole in it, and they shove it through this thread, and they sew it up all the way around. Strong. It lasts a long time. Now this is paddle, that's cedar too. That's the one you use when you stirred up that rice, when you roast it. And now, long time ago, I guess they used to make fireplaces like with the rocks, with the clay, and they make a round, and they make fire on the other side to heat it up. But rock there, so you use these stir up that rice after you get it hot. Now we use tubs now, wash tubs, round ones. You work this is good that you use that stir up that rice and you get hot and you get brown, and when they get real brown you'll quit. I used to go out early in the morning and they pick out just about dinner time, and you go right in that shore there and take that rice out. And he used to have long birch bark sewed together. This kind of a birch bark, maybe about 4 feet wide, all sewed it up together. And they put it on the ground and put that rice in to get the dry up a little bit. Maybe your canoe is leaking and maybe damp, you know. And after that, and you roast it. You roast it and then that's supposed to be a woman job.
Sometimes there are many places with lots of rice, and you can see 4 or 5 canoes in one place. But this summer, we didn't have very much, and we only have so many places where we can pick. So in a day, we might get 2 sacks full, around 60 pounds in each. Then if you pack it good, the one sack you bring in might be 120 pounds. First thing you do is spread out all the rice. Then you pick out all of the long grass and sticks and stuff like that. You clean it pretty good, then you throw away all that stuff. Then it's ready for roasting. Spring is a time to get ready. They used to get ready way before the rice comes up. In the old days, men would go out and get some birch bark. Sometimes they'd have to go quite a ways before they'd find a good enough tree to take the bark off. Early in the spring, that's when it's loose. That's when you take it off. When you cut it on a tree, it pretty near falls off. That's all they used. Everything was made of birch bark a long time ago. After a while, the rice is drier, and you make a fire and you roast it. We use wash tubs now. We got this little paddle. The handle is only about 4 feet long, and you use it to stir the rice until it gets brown. There are some people who make a mistake. They burn it, and it don't taste good. You got to watch it very close and be very careful when you roast that rice. When you're ready, you dig a hole and line it with canvas or something. Then you put 2 sticks on a tree so you can hang on them and dance on the rice. You don't jump either. You just move your heels sort of sideways and lift your feet up just a little bit. And that's the way you dance on that rice. Now when you're finished, you grab the birch bark plate again, fill it and shake that rice. You make sure all the dust is out. Then you put it back in the hole and dance on it again. Then it's done. Our people used to camp all in one place, a whole bunch of them, all camped close together, wigwams, tents, and everything. Now the young men, some of them were home all day, while the camps didn't have enough canoes to pick the rice in all the places. So the young fellas used to carry a sack, and they'd dance on the rice because it's such hard work. They'd go around and people would pay them with the rice. Towards evening, the young lads would have maybe 50 pounds of finished rice. That's the way they used to work.
This rice, we all done picking now. The rest of it, the one that fall off in the water, it'll come out again next year. It'll grow, that one.